Alright bro, look. Today we will be looking at the biggest op of the Saiyan race. This creature's hatred is as wide as the stars itself, and so are the L's this man took. But before I get started on all of that, here's your reminder to join the Discord, donate to me and Omi's cause, as we're trying to get him a PC to start editing for me. And again, the top 3 donors get to be part of Hate More Part 10, so if you're interested in that, please donate whatever you can. Anything is appreciated. Before we start looking at the L's of Frieza, we gotta give him his props, not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of people forgot that Frieza was just born powerful. Before he came to Namek, he never trained a day in his life, and he pulled up dogging everybody he fought on Namek. Not only that, but he was in his base form for most of it. Frieza pulled up to Namek wreaking straight havoc. Mans was murking Namekians left and right, had his goons dogging the Z fighters, and he was just sitting on his throne. He first fought Nail, and this man said he's only gonna use his left arm to beat him, after seeing that Nail had a power of 42,000. Nail thought he was Saitama and tried to chop this man to death, and promptly got his arm torn off. Hey bruh, before I even continue, did he not just say he was only gonna use his left hand? But he just used his right hand! Anywho, nitpicking aside, he gut punches this man and just throws his arm back at him, talking about some, you can have it back. Like bruh, Frieza was a menace, and he was sitting here giggling while Nail was struggling. Nail grew his arm back, and Frieza's like, hey yo, that's a cool party trick. And he continues just beating this nigga's ass with one hand. Man's got hit with a point blank blast. Try saying that 6 times fast. But Frieza the menace just stood there and took it. Had this man flabbergasted. Bro proceeds to mock this man for trying to defend his home, and then pulled a Danny Phantom move on his ass. But Nail did end up getting saved by Piccolo, and they fused together. And fused Piccolo made Frieza go into his second form. And in his second form, he pulled the most heinous move on Krillin. Like bro, this right here is just straight disrespectful, bro. Like, why? How? Why? Anywho, while he sat here being a menace, little did he know that an L was waiting for him at the end of this journey. Anywho, he dogged Piccolo in his second form, and when he saw he wasn't fully winning, he showed them he had another form. Oh, fake ass xenomorph wannabe ass, long-headed having ass, oh, landing strip head ass, oh, built ass. Anywho, bro, now that he clearly had the advantage, he went and started toying with Piccolo, had his ass dancing in pain, until an angry Gohan made him stop. And even then, he kicked the blast right back to Gohan. But finally, Frieza realized his head was way too long and unproductive, and he finally gave us the form we know and love. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the beginning of the end. Bro, the camera was hyping this form up so much, bro. Like, bro, look at this nigga's shiny ass dome. Anywho, bro, nobody could touch him in this form. Niggas was throwing hands and feet and couldn't even hit him. Anywho, he finished cooking Vegeta and was about to end it all, but then Goku came for the save. Now, I know a lot of you are gonna be heated, but I'm just gonna summarize this entire fight, bro. This shit is 3 hours long. Like, bro, these two spent an eternity fighting, bro. I'm not gonna go over all of that. So you guys are gonna get the Spark Notes version. Anywho, they get the squabbling, and Frieza is flabbergasted at just how strong Goku is, cause it makes no sense. All the other Saiyans were ass. Anywho, they get back to fighting. He strangles Goku with his tail. Goku continues his biting journey, and they're pretty evenly matched. They continue fighting, and Goku forces him to punch him. Frieza does his little pose, saying he's gonna use his 50% of his power. They get back to fighting, and Goku smacks his ass with a spirit bomb, and everybody cheered because they thought he was dead. And by the way, bro, Goku was completely spent after that spirit bomb. While everybody's celebrating, he pulls back up. Frieza somehow survived that massive spirit bomb, and everybody is just shocked, like, what the fuck? By the way, bro, I'm watching this in like 2 times speed, bro, and it's still taking forever. Anywho, bro, first order of business this man does when he comes back, takes out Piccolo, and Goku was heated. And not long after that, he decides to take Krillin next.
Krillin! Frieza, stop this! Help me!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, that was the point of no return for Goku. That was his canon event. Goku crashes out and turns into a Super Saiyan for the first time, and tells Gohan to get his ass out of here and take Piccolo with him. After Gohan left, Goku proceeds to smack the daylights out of Frieza. Frieza, realizing he's about to take his first L ever, decides to be petty and destroys the planet.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
And we get the longest 5 minutes in anime history. Anywho, they went and squabbled for 5 minutes. Goku even toying with this man at one point because he was so much more powerful. Frieza is chasing this man around with a Destructo Disc and is making rhymes while he does it.
Round and round the monkey goes. If he should stop them off with his nose.
What are these, inverted controls? Who even uses? Ah, got it!
And then Goku proceeds to smack the daylights out this man. Literally.
I finally met your match!
Anywho, In his complete stupidity, Frieza accidentally cuts himself in half with his destructible. And Goku, feeling some pity, gives him enough power to, escape the planet. But this fucking goober decides to attack him with it. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, it was all over. Frieza took his first L at the hands of Super Saiyan Goku. Now moving on, Frieza got reconstructed as some sort of cyborg. And the first thing this menace decides to do is go to Earth to wait for Goku to come back so he could kill him. And while he's on Earth for the first time, he takes his second L at the hands of Trunks. Trunks showed him that he's a Super Saiyan and told him to give him everything he's got. And so Frieza obliges, even though it might destroy the planet. But luckily, Trunks was strong enough to, avert that. But while Trunks was showing off, he decides to blow up the ball anyways. And it was all over. Or so they thought. Trunks escaped the blast and decided to start throwing gang signs while they weren't looking. Anywho, he throws a blast at Frieza, but he dodged. And unfortunately for him, that was the entire plan. Frieza gets cut into tiny little pieces for his second L. Frieza got brought back for the Tournament of Power and was just as arrogant as when he died. And in all his arrogance, he decides to talk shit to Toppo. And bro, it did not end well. Look at this punch right here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not talk shit to somebody who is stronger than you. Toppo proceeds to run his face, and bro was palming his entire head. This face, ladies and gentlemen, is what you make when you realize you've thoroughly fucked up. Anywho, after this, he was tricked into getting stomped by Broly. Vegeta and Goku led Broly to this nigga, and it did not go well for Frieza, bro, my god. After getting absolutely pummeled, Broly literally went and started stomping this nigga out, bro. That's not even funny, dog. Like, bro, look at the damage. Mans was doing flips. Frieza got absolutely heated that he was getting stomped on, so he turns into his golden form. And then Broly proceeds to beat his ass in the golden form. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, this nigga can't catch a dub. He had this man Frieza yowling. After that, Frieza was just happy he went to fight somebody else. Moving on, after his fight with Goku in his golden form, Frieza was a little beat up, but he came out the winner. And then Vegeta decided to hop in. And as usual for Frieza, he immediately starts talking shit. Let's see how long that lasts. Vegeta goes into his blue form, and Frieza is immediately scared. Frieza starts crashing out and is just throwing blasts at Vegeta. Because he didn't know, one, Vegeta was a Super Saiyan, and two, that he was Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta just disrespectfully walked through all of his attacks, and Vegeta's like, I'm gonna send you straight back to hell with Stink Meaner where you belong. And even when he's outmatched, Frieza is still being a fucking ass.
Your threats are as empty as your title. All hail Vegeta, Prince of No One.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Vegeta gut checks this nigga and starts weaving his hits. Like, bro, Vegeta came to throw straight hands. Look at these exquisite moves. Vegeta did not come to play. He even kicked him out of his golden form. And bro had Frieza on his knees.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
Vegeta, deciding to finally end this hating ass dude, goes to finish it. But of course, Frieza has to do Frieza things. He gets petty and blows up the fucking planet. But Whis went back in time to stop it, and Frieza takes another L. Ladies and gentlemen, Frieza has to be one of the biggest haters in history, and we are all glad he took as many L's as his ego is big. With his first L taken from Goku on Namek, to his second from Future Trunks, to getting dogged by Broly and Toppo, and finally being humbled by Vegeta Blue, he never stopped talking trash. But ladies and gentlemen, those were the L's of Frieza. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.